we have a whole series of cases and precedents that we feel very proud of, victories that are few and far between, and failures that have been excruciating because we represent voiceless communities, human and non-human. And so the importance of our work goes beyond our own individual pride and glory, but rather is representative of creatures, ecosystems, and human communities that are defenseless and vulnerable. We started in 1996, 1997 as a formal group. At that time, actually, we started because the shrimp trawlers were devastating the North Coast fishery. And I myself, in my personal capacity, had been involved in a lobby in the 80s where we lobbied the then minister who passed regulations prohibiting the locations of where the trawlers could work on the North Coast. They had to stay outside of 2 miles point to point. And so in 97, they were violating these regulations in open defiance of the law agencies. And so I got into a major brawl with senior police officers who were parked on Las Cuevas Beach, looking out to sea and looking at the community who was suffering, because the shrimp trawlers were inside of the bay and they were supposed to be outside point to point. So as a result of that brawl, I have to call it a brawl. I regret it in one way, but sometimes it's important to brawl because the resource of the court and of legal resources in terms of lawyers and the whole process of litigation is often unreachable. So it's important that as activists we are able to exhaust civil ways of approaching change. And it's important that we mobilize public opinion as a tool, because even public opinion would affect the court and the law. So over the past 20 plus years, we've had major community mobilization, education, and outreach, EMA monitoring, legislative monitoring, and parliamentary monitoring, and regretfully, a lot of litigation, which we hope that you would become students of and that you would be able to assist us as we attempt and continuously, tirelessly hope that the work of FFOS would continue beyond our lifespans so that we could have a culture of public engagement. After we were activists, we went to Invaders Bay. We kept calling on the Environmental Management Act to be passed. That was in 1998. The government were planning several major projects and we did not have the Environmental Management Act. So they were planning a port in Toko. There was no environmental authority, no jurisdiction, and the minister at that time was enjoying an overabundance of power. And the Environmental Management Act was meant to create a broader scope where people could have a part to play. So we were very engaged in community work, in sea lots, where they suffered a fish processing plant, that people, there's a word for it when you continuously nauseated, you cannot stop vomiting because the smell is so putrid. So there were 2 laws that were being overruled. Acquisition of private property for public purpose was being changed to acquisition of private property for private purpose, and the Environmental Management Act with all the CC rules and regulations was being completely overruled by the Planning and Development of Land Bill, where the minister would have authority. So that was our first massive public engagement. SAT for Toko was born, the Sea Lots community were mobilized, Springvale, where people were suffering from the burning of toxic waste, the Forest Park dump, of which alongside the Forest Park dump you had Springvale as a community, were mobilized, and the whole general population was sensitized and mobilized in a way that it has not since ever been mobilized. And we got the Pandey government to defer, and it was never passed. We have always been a part of the lifeblood of the EMA, and every single litigation that we have done, as we will show you, has been to defend the EMA defend the process and the public officers and the duty that they have to ensure that the law is upheld. We have never been against the importance and the important role of a strong, independent EME to defend our people, our public livelihoods, our public health, our ecosystems, and the rare, sensitive, endangered, vulnerable, environmentally sensitive or not species of our ecosystems that are all part and parcel of our interplanetary health.